Okay, good evening, collective. I am here this evening. I just wanted to discuss with you all a topic that I've been thinking about on my own, and this is, basically discussing bliss versus blessedness. What is the difference between the two? Um, this is what I wanted to discuss this evening. Because I, like everybody else, we have our difficulties in life, and we're trying to figure out what it is that makes our lives exciting. What is it that makes our lives something where we could say we really are enjoying ourselves and we're really happy about our lives and how we are living it. And sometimes we have questions, and things aren't all that great, and we are saying, well, if they aren't all that great, by what standards are we looking at them? And if we're looking at God's standards as to what blessedness and bliss is, then what are those two things, and how do we define them by his standard? Okay, now I would say this evening, if we're going to discuss blessedness and bliss by God's standards, we are going to ask, what are these two words? What do they mean? Truly, do we even know what they mean? And that's something that we have to really, that's what I wanted to examine here. Although the two words may seem similar, we will find that they carry different meanings, because bliss is often understood by the world as a feeling of great happiness, pleasure, contentment. It is usually connected with our circumstances going well, how we are living, you know, if we have stability in our lives, meaning that if we have a job, if we have a car, if we have all of these tangible things that in life may denote that we are doing well. Okay. If those things are stable, then we could say we're in bliss. Okay. When life is comfortable, it's successful, it's enjoyable, people are more describe it as a feeling of bliss. Okay. um Whereas, if we're looking at blessedness according to God's word, it goes deeper than the tangible or the things that you can put your hand on in the physical. Blessedness is not based on circumstances. It comes from walking in God's trusting ways. That means you trust God implicitly, and living in his presence. It remains even during blessedness remains even during challenges, difficulties, seasons of uncertainty, when things aren't going that well. Are you able to keep your faith? And we all have that, you know, like this now and again, and that's the way life goes, ups and downs. Sometimes things are lower than they are up, and we have to learn how to have something stable and that we can within ourselves hold on to. And that's where your connection to God and divinity and the universe, and how you interact with that, and how you believe in that, and how stable your relationship is with your belief in that entity. Okay? So we can see right here now that bliss is more based on the physical realm and the tangible things in the physical realm, whereas blessedness is more based on our connection with God, and also our ability to stay stable when things aren't stable in the physical. So how we anchor, or we anchor on to God and his truth and his word to help us through the difficult times that we endure in the physical. Okay? So when we say that blessedness is deeper, that's what we mean. Okay? Bliss is more surface level. Blessedness is more spiritual. It's deeper. It's what you believe. It is your connection to God. It's your stability with that connection. It's how grounded you are in that connection and that faith. It's very faith based. And we all, as human beings, have our times in which that can be shaken a little bit. You know, that's normal. It's normal. God doesn't expect perfection all through, but he does expect you to know where to go when things start to shake. That's where the word comes in. That's where the bread, the daily bread, meaning that the readings, the Psalms, taking of that, in taking that, and helping you to remember his character. Okay? All right? So that's important. So, how is bliss and blessedness the same? Okay. I said it involves blessedness, and bliss involves, they can both involve joy, they can both involve peace, and a sense of fulfillment. They both can involve that. Both describe the positive state of being. And how are they different? Bliss is often a feeling that can come and go depending on what is happening around us. Okay? That's something that can come and go. So people can easily mess up your stability and your feelings. If you don't know how to be stable in them, it's very easy for people to manipulate and get you off of your game with that. You know, they mess up a little bit in your life and they think everything's going to tumble down because they think you're just that surface level. But if you are somebody who is grounded in God, that's the difference. Blessedness is a spiritual condition that comes from a relationship with God. And it can remain steady regardless of what is happening around us, regardless of what's happening around us. So lots of times people don't understand your stability. And when they want to get you off your game, they want you to react in certain ways that they thought you would do based on their knowledge of you, which very often is they never really knew you. They didn't even know themselves, so they really didn't even know you. But they want you to react. based on what they think you are or how they have in their minds how you are. And this is where you have to stay grounded in your blessedness and your connection to God, because very often those who are not grounded and don't even know of God, his character, nothing about him, they like to stir up things around those who have a connection to God, and they want to cause up instability and bliss and blessedness. So just understand that very often in this world, that is what low vibrational people tend to want to do: stir up things in your stability, in your blissfulness, and especially if it's with someone else. People look at that and they want to covet wives, they want to covet things and items that you have. They want to make it so that you don't have stability, and they want to see you react in a certain way because they think that they are going to be successful in invading your ability to stay stable. Okay? When you have a very stable connection to the divine and you believe very much in that connection, and it's very, very prevalently known that that is where your stability is. Nobody, but nobody, can be successful in getting you unstable because you are held just that deeply. So understand the differences between these two states of being. One is based in the 3D, the physical, and the other is based in the spiritual, founded and grounded mostly in the spiritual. Although there are components that are within the physical realm as well when you talk about blessedness, but it's mostly set in spirituality and the belief in the divine and the connection with the divine. Okay? So you know the differences between the two of those. And I would say a simple way to remember these two things is that Bliss says, I am happy because life is good, is going well. That's what Bliss says. That's a way for you to remember. Bliss says, I am happy, meaning my emotions are good because life is going well, meaning that there's no disruptions, no shaking of my boat, no dismantling of my foundation, meaning my foundation, my ability to work, my home situation, my ability to have a car and travel, my health, all of these things are stable. So my life is going well. Okay? Those tangible things are doing well. Blessedness says, I have peace because God is with me. No matter what life brings, I have peace because God is with me no matter what life brings. So, when you have a connection to source, the divine, God, whatever name you wanna call, the great I am. When you have a connection with that source and you are very much grounded in it, it is very difficult for anyone to come in between that. Because when you are somebody that's grounded in that, we all have ancestors and others who have left this realm and who are in the other realms. Some of us do. Some of us don't have the support of them because of things that we've done so egregious that we don't even have their support. There are people and individuals that are on this world who do not have the support of their ancestors and people and spirits because of their breaking of so many spiritual laws that they don't have that backing. And that is very so understand there are very, very dark individuals and entities on this world that have it that bad, and they have also blasphemed the Father or the divine, so much so that they don't have his support anymore either. After, believe me, very, very many calls to stop what it is that they have been doing. They've always have mercy, always warnings come before the fall, and very many, many, many warnings. Like I said, God is a very merciful spirit, entity, loving, caring. The great I am is that. And believe me, it is very egregious to him, hurtful to him, to have to take certain stances against individuals who deem not to listen when he has warned over and over and over and over and over and over again. And they continue to do what they do. Very often, these individuals do have entities within them, demonic entities that are running them, and they cannot stop sometimes what it is that they're doing because now they have sold their soul over to entities that now inhabit them and now are running the program that they want to run. Until these individuals are taken off of this earth, that's what will be done. They will continue to do the wrong things and continue to do the darkest things that the entity is running them to do, because they have the connection with the lower spirits, with the devil, and they are run by the devil, and that is who they have sold their soul to. You know, this is nothing new. Many of the people that we see as entertainment and other things are just these type of individuals who would do anything for fame, fortune, and they have done anything too. So, I mean, the ways in which you'll be able to see these things, there will be so many things that will come out soon with people. People are trying to do whatever they can to get themselves in front of cameras so that they can make money. They're trying to do everything because what it is that they have stolen from the chosen and those who have been granted the inheritance, the true inheritance and abundance, these individuals try to siphon power off of these individuals. They have had people unalived and all sorts of ways to usurp energies so that they can continue their fame and fortune that, by the way, was not given to them by the divine. And you will see very many of these individuals losing all of this. All of this. So keep your eyes out for those that you deem to be those who you think are, those that you look up to, you think that they're good people. Keep your eye on what happens and how they start to lose things, and how even they start to look very, and in their own vessels start to look very, very different. Keep an eye out for that. This is how you will know these individuals. They will start to lose everything. They will not have money. They will start to look very bad. They will be out there desperately trying to get out in front, having all sorts of concerts and everything to draw you in and draw off of your energy and the audiences that you fill up. They are drawing off of your energy to keep themselves going. Understand that. These concerts and all of these things. Did God not tell you to don't be, worshiping idols and things like that? What do you think you're doing when you're sitting there watching them? What do you think you're doing? So I say, look at your spiritual practices. Understand what God is talking about in his word, because then you understand how it is that you're feeding into things that are not for your best good. Understand the things that you're feeding into and how your energy is being siphoned. Unbeknownst to you, you don't know this. Spiritual community knows, and these individuals who are putting out all these concerts and all these things and asking you to come there and, and setting up, stages the way they do with all this fire and, all of this stuff going on. They putting you through rituals as you sit there and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. So become mindful of these things and how you're interplaying into these things, and how you're giving your energy off to those who are siphoning it from you and continuing to live the life that they was never given to them by the divine. And this is why they're going to lose it. This is a period now where there will be a lot of cleansing, a lot of things that will be taken away from those who it doesn't belong to. And you will see it going back to a lot of those who it does belong to, and who it has always belonged to. But this earth has let you believe that you didn't have any power. You didn't have any power. Every time when there's an election or everything, who do they look? Who do they look for? They look for your vote. They look for your vote. They look for your power. They look for your energy in everything they do. If they don't have it, do you think they continue to go on? If you pull your energy away from all of these things and these resources that they have, how will it stand? It wouldn't stand. It couldn't stand. So they draw on your energy in any way they can, even if it's through negative means. It can stir up wars to have your interest. Let you put your interest there, and you're siding this one and you're siding with that one. And really, what you need to do is just stay neutral. Don't feed into it. Know of it, but don't play into it, because that is what they're hoping and wanting you to do, to keep the division and all of the low vibrational things going on. Okay? For those of you who don't know, get to know. Because that's what you're doing when you interplay in these games and you're taking sides and all of that, thinking that you know what's going on. Lots of times, sometimes individuals play both sides, like Mr. Trump. Play both sides right under your eyes. And you don't even know it. So I say, in this period of time, understand your energy, understand where you're dispersing it, understand how you're dispersing it. Come to understand about spirituality, places, how you can cleanse yourself, what you can do to protect yourself, even when you have individuals around you and they're constantly around you with the negativity, and how you feel when you're around them. All of these things, you know, can be spiritual warfare on you, and you're not aware. You're unaware of it. But become aware of things, and become aware of how you interplay with even all of these platforms. Become aware of how you interplay with those. The data that they get from you, your information is valuable. All of that is being used against us. So know that. Now, and this comes up on my screen. Interesting that this would come up, but this is not stopping anything. I tell you to keep your energy cleansed, keep it high, understand what you're doing, understand how it interplays with your life, and also your children. Keep yourselves cleansed and watch your children. Watch what they're watching. Know what it is that they're doing. Do that. Yeah, and this is very interesting right now. When I started to say this, y'all see what popped up on my screen. This never happened before while I've been on this line, on live. So anyway, that ain't stopping nothing. Y'all got the message. We spoke about bliss and blessedness. Bliss is more of the tangible, how my life is going at this period of time is how I see it, and it's based on my emotions, how I feel. If things are going bad for me, then I'm not in bliss. If I'm losing a job, if I'm losing a wife, a husband, my health is not going good, then I'm not going to be in bliss, because then that bliss is my emotions, my feelings. It's more of the physical realm of things. Blessedness has a spiritual connotation because it is connected to the divine, and how we interrelate, how I interrelate with the divine, how I am connected to him, my faith, my belief, the stability of it, and the stability of it, irrespective of what is going on in the physical, irrespective if I have a job, irrespective if I have a car, or if my health is of the very best. I still have my connection to the divine, and I still see that connection as stable. Now, it may fluctuate, that's normal with anybody, but for the most part, I understand the divine, I understand who he is. I have my daily bread. I pray regularly, so I know his character. And nobody else could tell me anything different, because I'm very grounded in my knowing the great I am and my connection to the divine. And they are one and the same. And knowing that what the divine is what I am, and vice versa. The device is in you. You are in the divine. You doing the right things. You're going by the Bible and you're going by his sayings. You are with him. He is with you. But if you are someone who is set on doing just the adverse and hurting people out there just because you can, that comes back to you too. And it's not going to come back to you in a good way. So that saying, you reap what you sow, is very, very, very valid in the spiritual world. And it's just how things go. Yin and yang. Okay. There's a balance to everything in this universe. So why would you think if you do something wrong that it's not going to circle back? It's the balance of things. So if you are set on doing the wrong, know it's going to come back at some point. And you may not know when. It can come back in any kind of way. So just be aware of that. If you're doing the right thing, hey, you're going to be fine. God is going to make sure that you're fine. You keep your connection with God, you're doing the right thing, you're going to be fine. But if you have to be truthful with everything. Don't think you could ever fool God with anything you do. And you cannot come to the divine with lies and expect him not to see it. Someone who has created everything and is omniscient, sees everything. You can't fool him. You cannot fool the divine. And believe me, there's so many people out here that think that they can. You cannot. So, in saying that, I am going to bid you a very, very good night, my dear collective. All blessings to you. And I just ask you to please, as we reflect on our lives, we can ask ourselves, am I only seeking moments of bliss, or am I seeking the lasting blessedness that comes from walking with the divine? May we all pursue the deeper joy, peace, and fulfillment that comes from his presence. Now, like I said in closing, I say thank you for listening. And I say enjoy your night. And God bless you.